Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network. Let's go. Good show. It was Smackdown Live here for June 19, 2018 edition. I would say if I voted my own Insta poll, Smackdown Live Insta poll that I have each and every week, just like a Raw Insta poll, that is up for 24 hours, I probably would vote that this show, tonight's show, was good. What did you all think of hold on. ST Live. Did you think it was good? I mean, it did. You did see Rusev becoming the number one contender for the WWE Championship. Again, for those that are watching live, those that are new here to the channel, thanks for giving this video a chance. And welcome to subscribe to the channel. Also, welcome to follow me on the Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. I do like underscores in my Twitter handles, all 5 of them. Also on Instagram at StevieK_06. Again, that is StevieK_06 on Instagram. I'm not as social there, meaning I'm not on Instagram as often, let alone I barely post oftenly as most or as many, or there's people that post every hour, every day. But I'm not cool like that. Not cool and Luke, so I'm Stevie K. Well, let's talk about SmackDown Live. Like I said, Rusev becoming the number one contender for the WWE Championship. We're going to have Rusev versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. On that, we have a big match going to be on the Raw side for number one contendership for Brock Lesnar's Universal Championship. So I think Extreme Rules, as I've been saying and pounding my chest and rambling about how WWE should take care of all pay-per-views, as in they might not all be A-plus pay-per-views, meaning of how they're booked in quality and of how they're perceived in their past. It's just how they've been booked in those past years. I mean, we have a big 4, big 5 for a reason, Money in the Bank being part of that. Though I have seen a couple of reviews here on YouTube, and again, everybody's entitled to their opinion, so I'm not saying this to disrespect them, but I'm just saying that I've seen some YouTubers that have totally destroyed and hated and disliked everything that happened with Money in the Bank. Again, I respect your opinion, but I don't know what you were seeing. Were you watching the pay-per-view high or something, or were you just in a bad mood? Did something bad happen that day? I mean, I have something bad going on in my life right now, personally, and some of you know what's going on there. It is, yes, a part of life, but it still sucks. Doesn't mean I was watching Money in the Bank and being upset with little things because, in my real life and bigger things going on that, you know what I mean? So I'm just wondering. I'm sure it's not that. I'm sure it's whatever reason. They're just reaching to a YouTuber. Again, I say this respectfully because, as I say, everything I say isn't gospel or law, which is something good mic work and BC Amplified need to learn. But my opinion, and my opinion is my opinion, your opinion is your opinion, whether you agree with me or respectfully, strongly disagree with me, whatever side of the aisle you are at. But either way, seeing Rusev becoming the number one contender, surprising and not surprising. Meaning, surprising the fact that out of the superstars that were in this match, in this gauntlet match, that at first I thought was just simply a fatal 4-way, or fatal 5-way, was a gauntlet match first off, and that when I was going into this match, as it was being promoted last night and obviously today, my prediction was Samoa Joe. I thought Samoa Joe was going to get the win, and if anything, Samoa Joe was going to pin The Miz. Again, I thought it was like a fatal 4. I didn't know it was a gauntlet match. That I find out and learn that's a gauntlet match, and then thinking, well, how are they going to have the entries go? How is this going to be all played out and booked? I thought what was going to happen was you're going to have Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe be the final 2. Samoa Joe being the final boss, like in a video game, boss battle. And Daniel Bryan would start it, be number 1, like in the Royal Rumble, be number 1 and try to make it all the way to the end here in the shorter path. But you know what I mean? Make it all the way through, being the fighting little engine that he can be. The engine that could, chug, choo, choo, So, and I thought that was how it was going to go for this gauntlet match, and then running into the buzzsaw that is Samoa Joe. Like the Brock Lesnar of SmackDown Live. Yes, an ass kicker. Not kisser, kicker. Ass kicker, that is Samoa Joe. So that's where I thought it was going in that vein. Though we did have a Samoa Joe Daniel Bryan match, within, the gauntlet. Then we had The Miz, and then we had the Bludgeon Brothers coming out there. So, but Rusev become the new number 1 contender for the WWE title. Sorry, I'm doing my tweet here. The tweet I do every single week for Raw and SmackDown is my Raw and SmackDown Live Insta poll. Retweet to share if care. So hopefully some of you that do see this, welcome to retweet it. And while you're retweeting it, vote and follow me on the Twitter. Did you think it was great? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was okay? Or do you downright think that it was the terriblest, that's not a word, but still, most terrible thing you ever saw in your life? Did you think it was good, great, good, or okay, or terrible? Let me know. Welcome to let me know in the comment section below. And also welcome to let me know there on my Twitter poll. Also, would greatly appreciate if you did retweet. But that's your business, right? The answer is. But anyways, let's go through SmackDown Live. I know I was talking about the main event already, but the main event was the main event. It was pretty good and pretty awesome to see Samoa Joe do well. Daniel Bryan making it as long as he did. The Miz eliminating Daniel Bryan. And what that could be set up in the future. And in the end, Rusev winning and Rusev becoming the new number 1 contender. So with all that happening, made for one great ending to the show, great main event for SmackDown Live. Trying to load up here my Q notes here for SmackDown Live here, so hold on for a second. Now, usually for these reviews, I don't have any of my team members here. Usually that's for Thursday for the podcast. But if this computer would load any faster, it'd be greatly appreciated. I do have an Acer Chromebook, just for those that care. Specifically, Acer Chromebook 11. Cheapest one I could find when I actually had money to do so. Yeah, I'm not salty. Anyways, let's start from the very beginning of the show, which we usually see Carmella. SmackDown Live kicking off with Carmella and James Ellsworth celebrating her title defense over Asuka. Now, something I noticed, maybe other people don't give a crap or didn't notice, or maybe I'm wrong in thinking this, but from last week on SmackDown Live, her match at Money in the Bank, which I don't think she wore exactly like what she was wearing then or tonight. Point being is when she was, two-piece a couple weeks ago, she had a belly button ring, if I remember correctly, and then this tonight when watching, because I am a stomach guy, as much as I am boobs guy over, it's the age-old thing. Which do you guys prefer? Breast or ass? I'm more tits. So, point being is though, I think I noticed that she didn't have that anymore. So I don't know, just something I noticed. Now I'm seeing here a picture again of her. I was just still very beautiful, sexy, and awesome, but just something I noticed. She got that removed or whatever. Got to put it in before she went in. I don't know, whatever. But it's something I noticed there. But anyways, they're just celebrating what happened on Sunday. Her now can glow to beating Charlotte Flair and Asuka and still being the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Just like Alexa Bliss now is gloating after she being the first woman to cash in the same night. And you go there. So both of my gals, my SmackDown Live one and Raw one, both are champions and both technically sport belly rings. Usually, like I said tonight, Carmella no go on that one. But that doesn't really matter, right? That's not the important part of Carmella or gimmick otherwise, right? Anyways, Asuka takes out James Ellsworth, but then Carmella takes out Asuka with like a kick, like a super kick, Carmella style, right? Fabulous style. That's how Becky Lynch defeating Billie Kay in one-on-one contest. Jeff Hardy wants to, and then moving on, Jeff Hardy wants to pay back against Shinsuke Nakamura for low blowing him last week, and him and his get up looking like Brother Nero, which actually with that face page and that look and all that else, he's just kind of freaky to me, freaky and creepy. Then again, I am a guy that does like that TV show Ghost Adventures, so there you go. Ghost Adventures, Mystery at the Museum. No, that's a totally different show, but anyways, Sanity finally making their debut. They were called up a while ago, and now finally making it, or not. Finally being on SmackDown Live, that's the point. Sanity making their SmackDown Live debut, destroying the Usos before the match could even start. So look for Sanity, and actually even better, they didn't even have the match. Like Sanity just attacking the Usos, laying them out, and looking strong in that way without having to actually defeat them. Usos being a big tag team on the SmackDown Live roster in town, so that being a good way to book the beginning of Sanity run on SmackDown Live, I would say. Again, just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below if you're watching archive. Shinsuke Nakamura reveals the reason why he lost the last man standing match to AJ Styles at WWE Money in the Bank, and that being due to the ref counting too fast and not counting in Japanese. Okay, sure, why not? Whatever excuse works, whatever, moving forward, right? The Bludgeon Brothers defeat the club to retain the SmackDown titles, 18 titles again, SmackDown Live 18 titles again. Why they redid this match? Why they had this match again after having it at the pay-per-view on the pre-show, it ending in a regular clean finish? Whatever. I mean, we do have a 2-hour show to fill, right? Either way, the Bludgeon Brothers retain, and they have a little interaction there with Daniel Bryan. It's like a Wyatt family reunion. Kind of. Remember, Daniel Bryan was part of the Wyatt family for a blink of an eye, but he was. It's true, it's true. Now heading into the gauntlet match, starting off Daniel Bryan defeating Big E. Daniel Bryan defeating Samoa Joe. And then you have The Miz eliminate Daniel Bryan after the Bludgeon Brothers come back and attack Daniel Bryan. Because maybe they just didn't like the little interaction they were having. I mean, not like any shoves or push happening there. So, Daniel Bryan be vocal and otherwise. But anyway, The Miz picking up the straps, comes in the ring, skull crushing finale. 1, 2, 3. But in the end, where it does come down to Rusev and The Miz, Rusev gets the win, and Rusev getting the number 1 contendership. Like I said, we were talking about at the start of the show, Rusev being the number 1 contender. And now it's set for WWE Extreme Rules. AJ Styles defending his WWE Championship against Rusev. Do I think Rusev's going to win? At this moment, no. I probably would predict AJ to retain. AJ to retain at SummerSlam, maybe even hold it all the way to WrestleMania. But either way, AJ to retain, or AJ at least to retain for the whole time of the promotion for the video game. Even putting it that way. But then again, it's my opinion. But I do think it's going to be a great match. And definitely could be a match that steals the show. Now, because realize in real life, in reality, and I think his real name's Tang Po, Rusev. Or maybe not. I don't know. Could be incorrect. Don't do gospel. But those two are friends because they did the up, down, down stuff with Xavier Woods and the New Day and others. And I think they were friends otherwise. But friendship because of video games. They battled in Madden, FIFA, and otherwise. And others are other type of games between each other, AJ Styles and Rusev. So, point being is, and as some people have said in the past otherwise, friends, good friends off-screen can make great rivalries on-screen, right? Because on-screen face and heel make a great match with the WWE title. And plus those two being good friends off-screen, being good friends in reality, wanting to make it even a better, make their feud, make their match. I don't think it's going to be a feud, but I think obviously at least it's going to be a match. It's going to be a match at Extreme Rules, obviously, but I think that match definitely could tear the house down, not just for the competitors in it, but for their friendship, that relationship they have. Definitely, I believe that can happen. But we'll certainly see when we get to Extreme Rules. It's still a while to go there. But I'm still in the vast glow of my ladies, of my gals, my chicas, mamacitas, Alexa Bliss and Carmella, Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champions, Little Miss Bliss and Fabulous. Mella's Money, Little Miss Champion. So I know Kyron was not too happy about that. I look forward to hearing his thoughts on the program on Thursday. Not tomorrow, but Thursday, actually, in 2 days. Thursday night. On this very program, on this very channel, Steve's Wrestling Ramble, 8 p.m. Central or 7 Central, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be reviewing Money in the Bank, talking about Raw and SmackDown Live as well. WWE News, a big cast being released. I know I did a separate video earlier today with I think about two to 4 hours ago, I did a video about Big Cass. So welcome to check that out, hear my thoughts there. And I'll maybe even dive in more of my thoughts on it, along with hearing my team members' thoughts on Big Cass release and why they think it happened and where they think Cass is going to go from here. I thank you all for watching this SmackDown live review. I do apologize if there were anybody in the chat. I unable to get that loaded. Usually I would be. And you know me, I respond as quick as someone posts. So I would have definitely been on the ball there. But of course, I wasn't. But hopefully it will be Thursday because we got a big show coming with the review for Money in the Bank. Thank you all watching live and archive. Welcome to like the video, share it. Welcome to also vote on that SmackDown Live Insta poll I have up. It's up for 24 hours at WWE_podcast. Again, that is WWE_podcast. And welcome to me there. Hope you all enjoy the weather in your area, enjoy time with your family, and above all else, as always, take care.